I think Hollywood probably does play a role. I mean, it's a broad spectrum though. There are films that use guns flippantly, and then there are films that use guns in a way that would make you never want to look at a gun ever again because of the effect that it's had on the other people in the story at the time. So to sort of just say, oh, Hollywood and guns, it's a broad kind of palette that you're dealing with, I think. But I'm sure it does have an effect, as does video games, as do stories on the news. All sorts of things probably seep into the consciousness.
And Hollywood, yes, of course, there's a responsibility there. But when Wayne LaPierre says, like, blames it on Hollywood,
it's just
and says guns has nothing to do with it, there is a reason. I mean, I'm from Sweden.
I'm from Canada.
These are obviously smaller countries, but we do have violent video games in Sweden. My teenage brother plays them. He watches Hollywood movies. We do have insane people in Sweden and in Canada, but we don't have 30,000 gun deaths a year.
Yeah.
Yes, there's only 10 million people in Sweden as opposed to over 300 in the United States, but the numbers just don't add up. There are over 300 million weapons in this country, and they help. They do kill people. So I hope that it's what Biden is doing now is great, and hopefully it'll, a lot of people are upset, and things will change, and it's a combination. We are responsible, and all of us are, and but you gotta think about all these issues.
Yeah, but it's like in Canada. No, you can't buy some crazy assault rifle that is made for the military to kill people. And like that to me is just like a no-brainer. Like why should that just be out and be able to be purchased? Like that does not make me feel safe as a person. Or, universal background checks. It's like of course,
Yeah.
Like it seems easier to buy a gun than to do a lot of shit that,
And it's not. The whole Second Amendment discussion is ridiculous to me because that was written over 200 years ago, and it was a militia to have muskets to fight off the Brits. The Brits aren't coming, it's 2013. Things have changed, and for someone to mail order an assault rifle is crazy to me. They don't belong in anywhere but the military to me. You don't need that to protect your home or shoot deer,
I mean, personally, I kind of find a lot of, violence in films that is used flippantly. It just becomes mind-numbing to me, in the end. It just sort of becomes a pointless exercise. So I'm not even sure who that's aimed at. It's certainly not aimed at me, So I just have no interest in it, to be honest. So, but that's not just with the use of guns in movies. It's also a lot of things that are used in movies or done in films that are really flippant. I just kind of go, waste of time.